Yep. Hello, what's up, guys? Oh, let me check my microphone. Okay. I think it's okay, yeah. I think my mic is okay, yeah. Okay, fantastic. Try to see. Welcome, guys. You're welcome to another live trading session. I can see someone is online already. Thank you for joining in. As you all know, today is the last day of the trading session that we do have weekly. We started somewhere last week, and here we are, the second week. All praises be to God. So I'm trying to connect my mic. Let's see. It should be connected by now. Okay. Then I have to use the inbuilt mic then. This is my Blue Yeti mic is not getting connected to the live stream. Okay. So guys, what do I have for you today on my Forex chart? I have analysis for you on gold, GBP, USD, and USD pairs. Those are what we are going to be looking at categorically today. But let me quickly check if those are on YouTube are already live. If my YouTube is live already, so we won't keep people hanging. I know some people prefer to join from YouTube because it's more easier for them. Almost everybody has a YouTube account, and if you don't have a YouTube account, I don't know which world you are living. So now let me start my analysis, guys. I want to start from the cryptocurrencies. Let's check out the Ripple that we analyzed on Tuesday. That was yesterday. No, Wednesday. Yesterday was Wednesday. Yes. These are the 15-minute time frame. Let me start it from the 3-hour time frame, and let's see if market data analysis. All right. Fantastic. So we had two scenarios for Ripple. The first was that
on the terminal. Let's run our program and see what happens. So
let me pull this off. That's something I was playing before beginning of the class. Okay. So back to the analysis. Sorry for that disturbance. The whole of this is our zigzag correction to the upside. Let me illustrate it this way. Using this brush tool, I can see this is an A, B, C, Then I have this zigzag to the downside. Then I have this to be my impulse. That's the analysis. I drew the flat pattern signal, the flat pattern structure, how it used to be. It used to be in form of 3, and there will be another 3 swing to the downside. Then we are going to see 5 wave moving upward, and that 5 wave must get to the minimum of this high. That's what we're expecting. So currently, this is where the market is trading at, somewhere in this region, because this first 3 swing has happened here. Can you see that? Then we are looking at the second swing happening here. It's completed here. Then we are expecting the 5 wave to move to the upside. So now the 5 wave that we are expecting to move to the upside has given us wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and this looks like wave 5 ending. But at the same time, I thought that can be the end of the 5 waves. So it's very possible that what we just saw here, the whole of this move, is our wave 3 to the upside, and this correction is wave 4. Then we're expecting another push to the upside, which is going to give us wave 5. Then after that, we can now be anticipating a bearish fall on the longer time frame for Ripple. So that's that for Ripple. Let me check out on Ethereum. Fantastic. Can you see what I have on the chart? Ethereum, I anticipated this drop down, then this pull up. I knew Ethereum is going to be bullish for the short term. So this bullish move is not going to be in a straight line. After there was this swing up starting from 881 and it had ended around 1187, there should be a retracement, and that's exactly what happened. Then I was able to okay, let me point out the potential reversal zones. So, and that is where I marked here with this rectangle. I used my Fibonacci to get this point. This was explained, I think, on Monday or yesterday. So now price has judiciously entered into the territory of this potential reversal zone, and you see price has started bouncing up from there, and we have started seeing the bullish candlestick following one another. So I think Ethereum is going to be going higher from this region. We're going to be seeing more highs. Okay, so that's what I'm expecting for Ethereum. Now let me check out Bitcoin chart analysis also and how did it went. Wow, Bitcoin is doing exactly as we analyzed also. We said the whole of this is beginning of the correction, gave us the first leg, and this down move is the correction, and the minimum that will happen is a zigzag, and that's what is happening. This is the potential reversal zone that we marked, that we pointed out, and that's where market is currently bouncing up from. So for me, I can decide to say, okay, let me just take some bits, some little pips from Bitcoin. Let me just test market and see if it's going to give me something tangible. We are in the game of risk taking. There's no holy grail. We just try to analyze and execute them. You must have the confidence of executing whenever your analysis is going well. So I can just say, okay, if I'm going to be picking this trade here and a stop loss here, anticipating that this zigzag correction has completed here and the impulse has started already, and I want to be part of this journey to the false target point which we marked here. So let me take my risk reward tool to see what is happening there. This is my long position risk reward tool. And stop loss will be somewhere here. and I'm anticipating a profit of around 2.64 times my risk. Meaning, if I'm going to be risking $10 on this trade, highly possible that I'm going to be seeing like $20 from this trade alone. Okay, that's not $20, $26. That's 2.64 risk reward ratio. So one can just give it a trial for Bitcoin USD because it's looking nice. Bitcoin is going to be bullish, and we are expecting the price to get up to as high as 23,600, the minimum first profit target. So let me put it there. This is the second target, but this one is the first target. So what's the alternative scenario? Ask me what the alternative scenario is. Guys, thank you for joining us. I can see you're joining us. Please drop your name and let's know where you're joining us from. Let's make the chat box interactive. And if you have any question, you can drop it there also. So let us all learn from you. If you believe the analysis is not correct or you have any other reason, you can let us know. Oh, we are live on YouTube already. I can see we have some people right here watching already. Thank you guys for being there. Let me see, is it clear on YouTube? Oh, we are live on YouTube already. Fantastic. I can see. That's nice. Okay, guys, that's that for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is showing a high possibility of buy, and it's something we can take an advantage of, minding our risk. So that's that for Bitcoin. So let's check out the USD pairs, starting from DXY. DXY, you know, at times I used to be very amazed with the way the market does, the way the market do at times. You know, the way it obeys my analysis, I would just laugh and laugh. You know, the market will definitely obey your analysis if you are using a good trading strategy. But if you are not prepared for the worst, the market is going to frustrate you. You know, market is going to frustrate you. So you have to learn and master your craft properly. For this DXY now, I knew it's going to be bullish. I knew the whole of this is going to be a correction. But I thought there's just going to be ABC correction. I thought the correction has ended here. Let me use my highlight tool so you can see. I thought the whole of this is just the A, B, and C. I thought the C has ended here. You know, it stopped at, it reversed at the potential reversal zone. So I was so eager to take this buy opportunity. I picked the buy position from somewhere here, and it was going, giving me profit, 50, 60 pips profit. I was happy. And what happened there after that? I just saw this down move. Even from this doji here, this bearish doji, that pulled me off, and I was like, what's happening? Am I wrong? No, I'm not. So what I did was that I have to calm down, reanalyze. I knew ABC is the least correction that can happen. You know, zigzag. I know another leg can happen again. So far, this high has not been broken. So I was now like, okay, let me look inward again and see what's happening. That was when I now detected that the whole of this is the A and this is B, and I should be anticipating another C downward. So that was the reason for this fall here. So that is why you must stick to your invalidation level. Those that I gave this signal now that okay, pick this buy position, some people just put their stop loss behind this candlestick, not knowing that that stop loss they had the position, the stop loss level is still within the potential reversal zone. So price can still come back to test it. Correction can be complex as possible, as far as possible. You can see an impulse like this now, and you see a correction downward. You see, you thank God, this correction has completed. No, You might be anticipating that, okay, let's continue this trend now. Let's trade the trend. This correction can be as complex as possible. See, come and see what I'm saying. This is zigzag. It can decide to go up now and come back, go up and come back, go up and come back, testing your patience before you now see that massive pull to the upside. The same thing in the bearish scenario now. You can see an impulse here and you see a correction and you think, oh, this correction has completed. Let me pick myself. And you'll be anticipating a swift move to the downside, and it won't happen that way. And market might start testing your what? Your patience. It will now start moving this way. Start doing sideways, doing rubbish, doing rubbish, doing rubbish. Before you know it, you will just see one big move, maybe due to the news or something. The market will start pulling down. So if you are not patient enough and you are putting your stop loss like 10 pips away, 5 pips away, not using the correct invalidation level, that okay, if I'm trading an impulse, my invalidation level will be the beginning of the former impulse, which is somewhere here. You trade the price. If I'm trading an impulse, I want to trade this impulse and I'm picking the buy from here. I thought this correction has completed. My stop loss, ideally, my invalidation level should be the beginning of the former impulse. That's somewhere here. So same thing that happened here. This is the beginning of the impulse. This is the whole correction. The ideal stop loss will be behind here. 103.419. Okay, so that is how to trade, mastering your craft and not allowing the market to frustrate you. Because if you don't put the stop loss at appropriate place, the market is going to frustrate you. And you almost think you don't know what you're doing. When likewise you know what you're doing very well. Okay, guys. So that was that for DXY. So what do I expect next for DXY? Nothing more than just the bullish side to continue. What we are seeing currently, let me go to the lower time frame of 1 hour or 30 minutes. See what's happening there. Now, I just enjoy analyzing, seeing different perspective to the trade. So let me remove this so that we can see our chart better. Or I can should I just remove that arrow totally? Okay, let me move it totally so we can put it back later. So now that it's obvious that there's a second time rejection from this potential reversal zone, what am I anticipating? What I'm expecting is that the whole of this has begun the impulse. This is a correction, this is an impulse. So the correction you're seeing now is another opportunity for us that we are knowing the buy position to join. Okay, so let's anticipate where this correction is going to lead to. Okay, the all of this is impulse. If one this correction wave 2, this should be wave 3, and this should be wave 4 correction that will be terminating anywhere here. After then, my brother, there is high possibility for the bullish trade to resume to the upside. Okay, so what I can do, what I will suggest, if you are not in this trade already, depending on your risk reward ratio, just wait for any reversal confirmation around here. Pick your buy position there, and your stop loss will be somewhere here. That's the invalidation level, the correct invalidation level, because the target for this trade is up here. That is 105.779. So that's that for TXY. Let me check out YouTube if there's any question yet. Any question, YouTubers? No question. No question. No question. Okay. Let's continue. Let's continue rolling. Let's continue rolling. We roll the dice. Okay, guys. Let me check other DXY. Give me 1 minute. attending to something on my system here. Mhm. Okay, yeah, I'm done. So let's check other DXY pairs and see what's happening. I think USDCHF, USDCHF won't be bad to check at all. Now, USDCHF, if you could see yesterday, I don't know if you are live yesterday and you follow my analysis, and if you're not live, you can just watch the replay. I gave two scenarios for USDCHF. Hi, Rose Black. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it, man. So, for USDCHF yesterday, I had two scenarios, and the second scenario played out, and that is this pattern you see here. It was yesterday that I drew this pattern. I told you guys that triangle patterns are correction patterns. Whenever you see markets moving in a way that is forming a triangle, we call it a reversal, a continuation pattern. Sorry, not really a reversal pattern. It's a continuation pattern. It's telling you that the former trend is going to continue after the breakout of the triangle pattern. Okay. Hello, Rose Black. Where are you joining us from? Starting from next week, I'm going to be using another like a software for my streaming, and I want it to look more better. But right now, I'm just testing the ground and just doing it. But the information is what matters. It's not really the gig, and it's not really. It doesn't matter when we have many people viewing it. But so far, we are adding value to ourselves, and we are seeing the essence of being here. That was the most important thing for me. So the second scenario I had was that this is a triangle pattern. Though at first we expected that the wave has completed here. We thought the whole of this swing, wave one, this is this wave two correction, this is wave three, and we thought this is wave four, this is wave five, that it has ended here, that Voila should just start going up. No, it didn't happen that way. Thank God that we analyzed it alternatively. We looked at another outlook, and that was what played out. So, as anticipated, this is the triangle pattern. Triangle is going to be made up of five swings. And when you join your trend line together, it's going to give you a formation of triangle. And that's exactly what happened. All of this is the wave A, wave B, wave C, wave D, and I call the old days wave E. So after the breakout, you see, that shows that the correction pattern has completed. Another thing in Elliot wave is that you always see your triangle pattern only in wave 4 or wave, no, only in wave 4. You don't see it in wave 2, only in wave 4. So that shows that this is a confirmed wave 4 as we have labeled it. Okay, so after the wave 4 has completed, then this breakout then is our wave 5. That tells us that 5 impulse wave has completed. These are kind of the trades I like picking. Trades that you can bet your money on, 1, 2, 3, 4, wave 5 has completed. Wave 4 was a triangle pattern that is confirming that the next thing, the breakout from this triangle pattern is wave 5. And after wave 5, we already know it's going to be a push to the opposite side. There's going to be a correction to the opposite side. If there is a bearish 5 waves, there's going to be minimum of ABC to the upside. If there is a bullish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's going to be minimum of ABC correction to the downside. Hope it's not too complicated. Guys, let me know. Hope what I said is not too complicated. Let me know. Who's there? Someone should just type. I see. You guys are online. Why are you not typing? I want to know if that is not too complicated. Talat Shodib, salam alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. Salam. Oh, you guys don't want to reply me. Okay. So I'm just asking in case if it's too complicated, then I can, break it down a little bit. So that's what is happening here. So my bias for USDCHF, what I'm expecting for USDCHF is that there's going to be continuation of this bearish bullish move to the upside, and hopefully it's going to fall into this territory of the potential reversal zone, which is our target. So what I'm seeing now, this downward move you're seeing, this bearish move, that is an opportunity for us to join the bullish, team. All of this is my wave one, the correction is wave two, this is one of three, two of three. Don't let me disturb you guys with this count, but just anticipate after the correction that's going to pull to the upside, and our invalidation level is here. But for risk takers, those that are aggressive with their trading style, this is the ideal invalidation level. But if you are aggressive, let me show you where your invalidation level is going to be. If you are a bit aggressive, the stop loss will be here. You got it. So, but all in all, I'm going to be looking for an opportunity to buy. Let me take my Fibonacci and measure the all of this. What would look like with 3. Okay. Or let me mark an entry right there also. The thing is that since I've started this live stream, it has really improved my trading, because I now see more things when I'm in front of the camera here than what I would have seen normally if I'm analyzing alone. Because I would be like, most of the time when I'm analyzing alone, I tend to oversimplify things like, no, it's wave 3. I think that's complete. I think, but when I'm in front of camera, I know, okay, I have responsibility to act with a reasonable basis. I must do my analysis regardless of my own bias. You get it? So that's works well. So I'm anticipating that price might drop into this region, and I'm willing to buy. So we have 2 trades that or 3 now, 3 analyses that I've done, and I have my what are they calling it for? Let me look for something so that I can put it there. Is it a rectangle? No, a call out tool. A tool that we can use to call out. Not this, not this, not this. Yeah, something like this. Clouds. So we now have one. We have our BTC short term buy. Then what else? We have been able to analyze DXY, and we see that we're having short term buy also, and right now we have concluded on USDCHF. That's also it's a short term buy possibility. You got it. So that's what we have for you guys. So now let's check euro dollar and see what's happening there. Oh. Euro dollar permits me to zoom out so that I can see what's happening there better. Yeah, euro dollar, this is it. So let me clear my charts. There are some people that message me that they are not conversant with the Elliot wave, and I was like, this thing is so simple. You can just Google it, and I'm trying to demystify it as much as I can, because there's nothing in Elliot wave. There are just only 2 things: impulse and correction. Impulse and correction, and that's how the market moves. When you see a pull to the upside, there will be a retracement. Then you see the pull, then you see retracement. That's the basics of all price action patterns. So price action patterns can either be a reversal pattern or continuation patterns, as simple as that. So let's leave that aside and go to euro dollar. So for euro dollar, the first thing I was expecting on Monday that ABC zigzag has completed. This ABC, let me use my tool here so that you can see it. From this low to this high, A, B, and this is C. I thought C has completed and voila, there should be a boom to the downside. But market did surprise me. At first, it played out as I anticipated. It went my way. Yes, I locked some of my profits. Unfortunately, I just started seeing the move to the opposite side. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Boom, boom, boom. I thought, okay, maybe that's a correction of this impulse. It's still going to go lower. It started moving lower, and again, you see, it reversed up to the upside, and it broke above the invalidation level. That's why I tell you, market is going to frustrate you at times. So you are the one that's going to go back to your trading board and your trading plan. Go back to what your trading strategy says. When something like this happened, what's happening there? Then I got to realize, oh, the basis of my sell trade was that I anticipated or I thought ABC, that is a correction wave 4, has completed here. Lest have I forgotten that correction has minimum of zigzag. It can go as complicated as possible. There can be 2 zigzag, there can be 3 zigzag in a correction pattern. This is what I mean. So, this is what I anticipated. The whole of this ABC, I thought, okay, this correction has completed here, the market should start going down. No, it didn't happen that way. Now, this correction now appears to be the first leg of correction, and another correction now happened to the upside again. You see? So before we now see the down move. So the whole of this is now a complex correction. Permit me to use that English. I can now call down a complex correction. As you can see, this is the breakout. So that's what happened here. So this is the first correction. You see, it moved down. It's a little bit tricky, isn't it? Yeah, it looked tricky, right? No. Then we have this ABC to the upside. Then we see this breakdown. So that's how the market moves at time. So that will now make me remove the all of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I put here. It's not useful. The correction has not completed before I put that. I will now count this again as another A, B, C correction. It's as simple as that, guys. So all these levels, I have to delete them. They are wrong. Yes, I must accept that. I'm wrong. So I will now take my trend line to see if there is a bullish trend that has been broken or not. That's it. Okay, let me remove this tool and put in a normal line, not a dash line, so that you guys can see it properly. Wow, can you see? I was able to join this higher high, this higher high, plus 3 higher highs. I use it to point this my bullish trend line. Can you see with this 3 hours candlestick, there's a breakout, and currently we are seeing a retest. So after this retest, ideally what should come next is what is the bearish move to the downside. You see how I arrived at my conclusion. So now that's another opportunity to short euro dollar. So if you want to short euro dollar now, where will your stop loss be? The stop loss is going to be behind this wave C, because we are anticipating that the correction has completed there. So that when you are wrong, you are just going to be losing a little amount. You're not going to be waiting and anticipating that it's going to go my way, going to go my way, and your account will get dried up. So right now, you know from onset that your invalidation level is at 1.06066 invalidation level. Are you all right? Yeah, we are good. So, having said that, what I'm expecting is a correction, like a retracement. Then I'm going to join the sellers to the downside. Can remove this hand then. So that's a free trading signal for you. It's now left to you. Depends on your bearish candlestick confirmation that you might be looking for here. And if I were you, I might go into the lower time frame, 2 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes, and see what is happening properly so that I can see if there is a sign of rejection of the trend line or not. Let's check if there is any question from YouTube. No question from YouTube yet. Okay, guys. Guys, just let me know where you are watching us from, and please share this. Just help us share, okay? You know, it's not easy to be talking to the screen alone. You need people to be available so that you can you can talk to them and they can understand what you're saying. Please let's share this and let's go viral, please. We all have our forex trading group, forex WhatsApp chat box and stuff like that. Maybe on Discord, on Twitter, anything like that. So this is a pure price action analysis, and it's useful. It's very useful. This is what I've been doing for over 6 to 7 years now, and I find it very, very beneficial to me. You know, Trading is just it has a lot of opportunities in there. You are free to do whatever you want to do. You can trade anytime you want to trade, but at the first stage of building your trading strategy, it might seem very hard. It might seem very hard. And another thing about trading, I try to tell people is that it's not when you start that you are going to be able to live the life you want. It's in stages. It's better you start when you don't have enough money so that you will lose less. What I mean by lose less, that you have a little bit money to lose. Not that when you have already made it in another field and you want to come into trading, you now start pouring the whole money you are seeing from somewhere else into trading. It doesn't work that way. You have to take your time to learn the right trading strategy that suits your trading style and abide by those principles. Create time to check the market. A lot of traders, they are calling themselves traders, they can't sit to analyze for 3 hours. You know, you have to prepare ahead, analyze before markets start moving during the weekend, during the maybe the Tokyo Asian session when there's no much of movement. So that's one of the times you look at the market and you see what's happening. And again, when there are movement during the New York session and London session, also at least 1 hour or 2 hours, you have to see it. When I started trading, then I used to check my chart minimum of every 4 hours. Yeah, every 4 hours. Because that time I saw that I was like staring at the PC too much. And when I pick a trade now, I'll start checking it every 30 minutes, 5 minutes. I will start having the the psychological thing. That was what I was experiencing then. Then my mentor told me, okay, do it this way. Start using the set and forget principle. You can analyze as much as you want, but whenever you have picked that trade, you don't need to start analyzing that same chart again. Start looking out for opportunities on other trades that you are not ready to pick yet. So you'll be anticipating them, start hunting them ahead. So when you are done with that trade that you are in, if you are in profit, if you made profit or made loss from there, you are now going to leverage that on another pair that you have already analyzed and is ready to start going your way. So that's how I do my things. So that's euro dollar for you guys, and I can see that the rejection is becoming massive. Yeah, you can pick this up, but you should know that your invalidation level is still at 1.06066 as anticipated, as analyzed. So, guys, what other currency pair do you want us to look at? Drop it in the chat. Let me see. Guys, please engage. Let's see. What other currency pair you want us to look at? I have analyzed up to 4 or 5 pairs now, and I've told you straight what I'm expecting from them. I've analyzed up to or 5 pairs now, and I've told you straight. Shut up. Salat Shodiev, are you there? Okay. No one is answering. You don't want us to analyze any currency pair anymore. Do you want us to end the live session now? I don't feel like ending it now. I still have a lot to talk about. Okay. Someone said we should check out gold. Okay. Okay, another message. Let's check out gold then. Let's see what gold has for us. Gold. Daily time frame. Daily or 4 hours. Let's do it from 4 hours. What's this? Okay, guys. Actually, my analysis for gold I did on Monday was that there's going to be a sell opportunity for gold, and I'm glad to tell you I was able to make around 80 pips from gold on Monday. Yeah, those that attended my live session on Monday already, they will testify to that. We picked the sell position from somewhere here, I think here, somewhere around here. Yeah, somewhere here. We were able to pick this move to the downside. Then I closed it yesterday here after this candlestick formed. See this twins bottom. That was when I closed that trade. Okay, so what next? That's the question. That's the most important now. Let's see what next. So before we know what is next, actually, the first thing is we have to look at what are we seeing, what has happened in the past for gold. You know, we are analyzing based on price action, and price action depends on the past trend of the market. So now, what happened in the past was that the whole of this move from right here up to this high, as big as it is, it looked like a correction. You know, it looks like a correction. It looked like a sideways correction, guys. If you check it properly, if you agree, type I agree. Let me see if you're following me, guys. Do you agree with me if that this looks like a correction, the whole of this move from this low to this high? Yes, it does. I can see. Someone here said yes, it looks like that. So, but for us to confirm that as Elliot wave analysts, we have to go into the chart itself and see how did the correction really happen. Is there any structure that looks familiar in that region? So that makes me look inward, and I was like, oh, this is wave 1, wave 2 correction, and all of this pushes wave 3. There was A, B, C, zigzag correction, wave 4, pull up wave 5. That the whole of that 5 waves forms my wave A. Okay, wave A is first leg of correction. This is what I was anticipating. Let me show you guys. I was anticipating that, okay, oh shit, let me use this tool. I think this tool will help me to analyze it better. So this is what I was expecting. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I was expecting that this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is going to be my wave A, and then there's a correction of A, B, C. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Oh my goodness. Come here. Okay, now there's going to be a correction to the downside. Then there's going to be a push up. Then my ABC will have completed. So the all of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I will label it my wave A, and this correction down will be my wave B, and there will be another 5 waves to the upside, which will be my wave C. So if you understand what I do here properly, you will know that these 5 waves I see is like just one wave. That is wave one. They are just sub waves, not a whole wave. So the sub waves are five, made up wave A, and the correction to the downside should be wave B, and this should be wave C. Now let's check it on the main chart. How did it play out? On the main chart, I can say the whole of this is the wave one, wave two, wave three, wave four, wave five that made up the what? The wave A that happened here. That's why I put the wave A on top of this wave five. Is that clear, guys? Yeah, I think I'm clear enough. Yes. So then the next thing is wave B to the downside, and that's what we see here. No, that wave B is going to be a correction minimum of zigzag. And that's why the whole of this down move here is the first leg of zigzag, second leg of zigzag, and third leg. So does it look like zigzag or not? Let's find out with these two. First leg of zigzag, second leg, and third leg of zigzag. Yes or no? Yes or yes? Yes, it does. So that means our correction has ended here, which will be. Then the next thing we are expecting is this bullish move to the upside. And that is exactly what happened from this low up to this high. Can you see? So the anticipation, the assumption we had before we started this wave analysis was that the whole of this move from this low to this high looks like a correction because it is not really, we can't really call it an impulse. You know, I was so convinced that it's a correction. So when I now started the wave analysis, I looked downward, I tried to analyze and see what is happening. I then concluded that verily this is a correction pattern because it was in form of A, B, C zigzag. So guys, this is what I saw on Monday, and I stood on that. I stood on that. No, it wasn't even on Monday that I saw this. I've been saying this since last week, and that was what made me pick a sell position from here. That was 2 3 weeks back. I picked that sell position because I was expecting that after this correction has completed, there's going to be a pull to the downside in terms of impulse. And that's what happened. Can you see this mad move to the downside? That's something about gold. When gold is ready to trade in an impulse, if you are lucky enough to join it, you are going to be rich. Man, you are rich. If you are able to pick one nice impulse move from gold, you are done for the week. So that's it. Now let me go back to my analysis. Let me go back to my analysis, guys. So sorry. I had a message from here. Let me quickly check it out. I had a message on my phone. Someone said they couldn't see where to comment. Oh no, Mr. Ahmed, you can comment on online there, or you can join me from Trading View. You know, anyone. You can do it. You can join me from there too. Okay, back to the analysis, guys. Let's continue our analysis. Okay, so when we saw this massive move to the downside, as our bearish impulse down here. Why am I using this English bearish impulse? Some people do not understand that. Okay. When you see this push down, I mean, is in form of 5 subwaves that is meant to be followed by a correction to the upside. So that correction now, I thought it was in form of WXY. So which I thought it has ended here. That was one of the reasons why we picked this buy position to on Monday from this region here, anticipating it to get to as low as this first target. But it didn't get there. We saw the reversal, but before then we have already locked our position and closed part of our profit. So now what next for gold? Let's look at it deeply and see. Is gold continuing to fall or is going to reverse and go to the upside? What do you think? What do you guys think? I need someone to comment on that before I continue. Oh, Digital Live is messaging here. He said, please clear gold direction, buy or sell. Yeah, that's where we are getting at now. We are trying to figure it out. We are trying to figure it out. You don't need to rush. Don't rush it, okay? Yeah, that's what we are trying to figure out, okay? Be calm. You're going to get there. And someone else said we should check out USD card. Yes, I'll definitely do that, I promise. When I'm done with gold now, I'm going to analyze USD card and we'll look at it together, see what might happen. So now, gold. Let's get to the part where we can make a nice conclusion on gold. So, what is happening currently now on gold? I can't really say if it's going to be a buy or sell, but I can give you an advice, and that's going to help your trading for today or this week, and you are not going to close in massive loss. So the thing is this: can you see my line here? The reason that I'm anticipating that if market cannot break below this, then it's going to move to the upside. This is what I mean. The reason why I said that is, okay, I've anticipated that I've analyzed that the whole of this is a correction zigzag to the upside. Then I'm now thinking, what if this is another correction to the downside? And there's going to be another move to the upside in terms of A, B, C before we now see that gigantic move to the downside. That is possible. Digital Life, or what's the name? That's possible. You ask for gold. Yeah, here I am, I'm analyzing it. That is very much possible because correction can be as complex as possible. You can never know it all when you are dealing with correction. So, if you want to sell gold, I will advise you that, okay, know that it can still go as high as this. Why don't you wait for the breakout of this former low? If this happens, then we can now tell ourselves that there is a high possibility that the whole of this down is not a correction, is wave one. Is what? Is a wave one. And this correction is like wave two. And the push downward will be wave three. And we can now continue that sell. That is it. So for me, I'm still bearish on the long term. But the question now is, when is this going to continue the fall? Is it fall as it started this morning? Will it continue that way? Or there's going to be a reversal to the upside for today and tomorrow? Maybe Monday, Tuesday, you can now start seeing a bearish move. That is what I'm saying. There's a high possibility of one of these two scenarios to happen. So you are the one to know your own trading style. If you want to trade this, maybe you want to hold gold for a long time, maybe 1 week or 2 weeks, you don't mind. You want to be in that sell position, okay, fine. Then your invalidation level would be at 1879. So now anticipate that gold will go to as high as this, as low as this. Or if you just want to quickly scalp and make some tangible profit, what I would advise is wait for this breakout and pick your sell position. Your stop loss should be somewhere behind here or here, and you're going to make more profit to the downside. That's it. But for you that you are not on my Telegram channel, you can try to join my Telegram Signal channel for free. I'm going to update you on gold there. I'm going to give you analysis on gold there after the New York session has begun today. I'm going to give an update on gold. If you want to join the Telegram channel, t.me/Forex Lab channel, you can even get this description from my YouTube channel under the About Me or bio. So you get off from there. So that's that for gold. So currently, I will prefer to watch and fold my hands and see how gold is going to behave. Okay. So if you are bullish on gold already and you are in profit, I would advise you to just lock your profit or close it for the time being, because what I'm seeing here is like a correction, and it will definitely be followed by a massive move to the downside. So let us know what we are doing. Okay. So I think I've answered your question, Mr. Digital Life. Just let me know if you understand me properly. Just put it in the chat box, okay? Now back to my analysis. Let me analyze USD card as requested by someone on the YouTube channel, Ahmed. Here we have Sam 94549 on TradingView. Hi Sam. Ready? 1 minute. Someone requested analysis for USD card. So that's why USD card actually is not on my watch list, but let's see what's happening there. Guys, this is the USD card analysis from daily time frame. I want to try and make my chart clean as much as possible so that I can see what I'm analyzing better. Okay, yeah, I think that's enough. Let me go into the 4-hour time frame. Psalm 94, joining for the first time. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm good. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of this. I just started the live session too, like 2 weeks ago, and I'm finding it interesting. Seriously. You know, it makes sense for you to come out there and let people know the reason why you're picking your trades, especially when you are almost an expert in your field in that trading strategy. I've been using the Elliot trade strategy for a long time now. I see helpful here asking which method do you use, bro? We use price action and Elliott wave. That's what I use here. We use price action, Harmonic pattern, and Elliott wave. And most of the time I use Elliott wave. Yeah, most of the time I use Elliott wave because Harmonic pattern does not really appear most of the time. So you don't force it. When you are trying to force to see the pattern you're saying that's not there, that okay, let me try and see if I can see this pattern. You're going to be picking wrong trades. So that's why you wait and anticipate, let the market bring out the pattern for you and you trade it accordingly. That's when you make more money from trading those price action pattern. But for Elliott wave is going to guide you on when to trade and when not to trade also. You can go as low as any time frame for you to demystify and find opportunities. So that's it. You're asking for the win rate of Elliott wave strategy. The thing is, Elliott wave itself is something that is broad and it depends. It depends. But according to the Elliott wave analyzer, when you are good at Elliott wave, we are going to be 84.9% accurate. That is like 85% accurate. Yeah, you can Google what I'm saying, okay? You get what I'm saying? So Elliott wave is something that is highly respected in the investment world when we're talking about technical analysis. Those are in the academic, they know what I'm saying. Yeah. I was okay, you're asking what about my win rate? Is it 85%? Oh, my own win rate is not up to 85%. You get it. I struggle to be around 65% accurate when I analyze. But for this week now, I was so fortunate enough. On Monday, when I saw my analysis, on Tuesday, started going well, and I was like getting 9 out of 10 correctly. You get it. Now, what I tell people is that there is far difference between the accuracy of your trading strategy and how accurate you will be when you are using that strategy. It has to do with a lot of factors that have to affect you personally. Some people are risk takers, some people are aggressive, some people will not obey the strategy in terms of where to put their stop loss. They might think, oh, this stop loss is too large, man. I don't think you are using that strategy and you are not obeying it fully, then you're not going to get the same win rate. You know. Now there's a lot of things to that. But the most important is you being at the right side of the market. That's the most important. There are a lot of people that don't even bother about win rate or no win rate, but they are almost always at the side of the market. They pick only two trades, they see how it goes. Are they in profit or loss? Then they move to the next trade. So the most important is the risk management, how you look at your how you analyze, how you allocate your lot sizes. You get it? How you allocate your lot size. And one beautiful thing about using Elliott wave and other price action patterns is it makes you know ahead your risk reward ratio before you even start using it. I can see a question from Helpful Gear that what about the risk reward ratio? That depends. Elliott wave will give you opportunity of something from 2.0 and above. You are the one to choose. Okay, let me pick this trade because it's giving me 3.0 risk reward ratio. We have some people that their own trading style is that okay, if I can see a trade setup that's going to give me just 2.0 risk reward ratio, if I can make times two of my investment, I'm okay with that. So those kind of question about risk reward ratio has to do with the person that is trading. Is not like it doesn't have to do with the strategy. We have different types of traders. We have those that are risk averse. We have those that are risk takers, that are risk seeking, and we have those that are loss averse. They don't want to see loss at all. So you are the one to define the risk reward ratio that okay, any setup that doesn't get to this particular risk reward ratio, I'm not going to be picking it. So I hope that answers your question. So back to the analysis, guys. So back to the analysis for USD CAD. Someone requested for this analysis. Now, starting from this low, what I could see is, let me adjust my camera so that you guys can see my chart properly. So starting from this low, I could spot an impulse to the upside and a correction downward in form of zigzag here. Then this is wave 3, this is wave 4, and this is wave 5. So that is the basics, the first premise for analysis, that there is an impulse to the upside. Okay, impulse. And as we have been saying several times without number, that market does not move in a straight line. It moves in cycles of impulses and correction. Then impulse and correction, and impulse and correction, 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 impulse. It depends. That's how the market moves. So we've seen an impulse to the upside now. Ideally, it should be followed by what? A correction to the opposite direction. And that's why you see that there is a fall here in form of zigzag, first leg of zigzag, second leg of zigzag, and this is, oh, sorry. Let's try it again. First leg of zigzag, second leg of zigzag, and this is a third leg of zigzag. So that's the correction. So we can now label that correction as our ABC if you want. So now that there is a correction that has completed here, ideally what should follow is an impulse to the upside. You know, after an impulse is a correction, after a correction then is an impulse. So the impulse did happen. So the question we have to ask ourselves now is that, has this correction terminated here or not? Okay, so this bearish move that has started, the down move that started from this high to this region, is it the beginning of the correction down, or is just a retracement and market might continue going up? Because if you pick your trend line, the bullish trend line for instance, and you try to connect something, the higher highs, you see that there's something like a bullish trend here. So you cannot say categorically maybe this bullish trend has ended. Okay, so what I will now do is, okay, let me go into the lower time frame and see properly what is happening, maybe on 2-hour time frame. So on 2-hour time frame, I can now decide to label this impulse as, okay, the whole of this is wave 1, wave 2. Let's say the whole of this is wave 3, and this is wave 4, and let's say this is wave 5. So if that is wave 5, if the wave 5 has completed, then the bearish maybe correction or impulse has started with this move to the downside. And this looks like a correction. That is obviously a correction. This too is a correction. This is a correction. So this correction is forming something like a triangle pattern. So that's why I'm not really picking any trade on USD card. I don't really have strong reason to pick any trade there yet. So what I'll just be doing is anticipating one of two things. Either a breakdown, a break below this bullish trend line, you know, that's number one. Or there might be a push to the upside, that is a break above this triangle. But before that happens, there might be a bit of retracement downward first before you now see market going this way. So something like that can happen. So that's why USD card, I don't really have a nice entry or analysis on USD card. Okay, so that's my own view for USD card. In case if you have another alternative view, you can let us know. Just put it in the chat box. If you're saying something else I'm not saying. So guys, that's that for USD card. If you want us to analyze any other pair, please put it in the chat box and we will do that. Okay. So I'm trying to check if there's any question here. So regardless, let's continue our own analysis. I think we've been able to analyze the USD pairs. Now let me quickly rush and check GBP pairs and see what is happening on them generally. I'm doing that. Okay, let me use this. Okay, let me start from GBP pairs itself. Can you see that, guys? On Monday, I did an analysis on GBP USD, and I told you guys it's going to be bearish for the week. And yesterday also we met. I gave that same conclusion that it's going to be bearish. But unfortunately, we saw like this correction to the upside. So it was making me to reconsider my analysis then. But at the same time, I was anticipating if there's going to be a rejection from this potential reversal zone I've already told you. So in case of those guys that are not part of the live stream on Monday and yesterday, let me restart the analysis so that you can understand where we are coming from and what led us to this bearish signal which I gave. As you can see, market has gotten to the first target and hopefully is going to test and get to the second target, or it can go as low to the third target. So let me start the analysis again and quickly brush up some things so that you guys can understand where we are coming from for GBP USD. Now, a minute. I need more water. Okay. What I saw on GBP USD was ABC correction to the upside, making me think that wave 4 has completed. But before then, if I go to 2-hour time frame, I had something here that is more interesting, and that is the ABC and ABC here, then followed by 5 impulse. That was a flat pattern. That was explained last week in a live session. I discussed about flat pattern and how it occurs. This is when I wrote all this description. So wave 5 was completed there, and we have the first leg here with wave 1, and this massive correction is wave 2. Then this massive pull to the downside is wave 3, which must be followed by a correction of wave 4 to the upside, and that's what market did, Then I told myself, is this an impulse? I went lower into the lower time frame yesterday and Monday when we were doing the analysis. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Yes. I'm confusing the days because okay. But we know the whole of this is an impulse wave 1 because this is wave 1, wave 2 correction, wave 3, wave 4 to the upside, and then we have wave 5 pull to the downside. Then it was followed by a correction to the upside in terms of wave 2. Then I saw this to be correction. Now this is where the question comes to play, because this looks like an ABC to the downside, so I can't call it like wave 1 of something. So these also look like an ABC correction to the upside, and what is happening right now too looks more like a correction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. Though market has gotten to our target, but we have to think and see what is happening on the lower time frame and conclude based on our trading principle. So what I can suggest that's happening here is that, okay, let me remove the whole of this here. We can be seeing, okay, let me use my brush tool. This is one ABC, and this is the second ABC, and if this is the third ABC, and this is the fourth ABC, you might be seeing another ABC, which is going to be the fifth ABC, and then there's going to be a break to the downside. But if that happens, that means what we are seeing is a triangle pattern, and ideally triangle pattern should not be in wave 2. So I might not be going with this kind of count. Okay, so another thing I cannot think is happening here is maybe this is not our impulse, maybe it's just first leg of correction, and this is going to be second leg of correction, and this is third leg of correction. Then we might be anticipating that maybe there's going to be a breakout. Let me use my trend line to draw that properly. Maybe there's going to be a breakout somewhere here. But lastly, which is the current view I'm sticking with, is this. Please, guys, follow me, okay? I'm thinking the whole of this is wave one. That's what I'm analyzing. That this is a correction as obvious as it is, wave two. And what we saw here is just wave one of three. And there's like three, five formation. And this is wave two of three. And what we are seeing down here is wave three of three. You get it? So there will just be a retracement to the upside and you continue to see market pulling downward. So that is the third scenario I'm taking. So, but I've anticipated ahead any other things that might want to happen to GBP. But for now, I think this is the most perfect Elliott wave analysis for GBP if we want to be sincere with ourselves. Okay, that there is a correction and an impulse has started already that is going to go as low as 1.19500. You see how we arrived at our conclusion there. So that's the reasonable basis you have to put to play before you what? Before you just conclude on picking a trade. Okay, guys. Do you understand that? All right. So, guys, what else do we have to analyze? Let's see. No more questions. No more questions on analysis. If there are no more questions, let me check out something else we have that we can analyze. What is this? Okay, yeah. We are going to look at GBJPY. That's another GBP pair. And let's see what do I have in stock. Good, yes. GBPS is a good GBPJPY. Yeah, it's a good trade that has a prospect. Yeah, and it has a bullish prospect. I'm expecting to buy it, but I hope price can go into this territory. So I analyzed it on Monday, and those guys with me, we know what I saw on this chart. So for in case of you guys that you're not there, let's check at it again. Let's start it again, and let's see how we concluded at that particular reason. Okay. Sorry. All right, GBP on the 4-hour time frame. What we could see on GBJPY. Let me bring my lower. Okay, GBJPY, as you guys can see, there was a correction that started right from here, wave A, wave B, wave C. This is the third leg of correction that forms our zigzag. That's why I do this. It looks like this, the zigzag. After the correction, there should be an impulse to the upside, and impulse must be in 5. So we had the first wave of that impulse, the second wave coming down here, and this is the third wave, this is the fourth wave, and we're expecting the fifth wave to come up, and that is what has started already. But what we are seeing is just a retracement for the time being, for the meantime, before market is going to continue moving to the upside. So let me try and look down inward and see how this impulse is going. So let me try and put tags and label to it. You can say the whole of this is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. No, no, no. No, I can't see anything tangible on this. No. Then I have to take my time properly and try and go as low as possible. Okay, let me check it on 15-minute time frame. Let's see. Uh, I don't want to bore you guys with these lower time frame counts. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to update it on my Telegram channel, Forex Lab channel. Okay, t.me/Forex Lab channel. Let me put it on the t.me/Forex Lab channel. Oh, sorry, that was a mistake. t.me/Forex Lab channel. Yeah, that's it on the Telegram. That's it on the chat box. So that's where we are going to be having the update. So I'm going to be posting the update in terms of what I'm expecting it to do. But for now, I know it's going to be bullish, but let's wait and see how it's going to react. And I'm going to take my time after this live stream to check inward and confirm those counts. But we don't have any trade on JPY yet. I'm anticipating it to go up, but let's see how it's going to do. So that's about GBJPY. Let's quickly check US 500, which I analyzed on Monday, and I gave that bullish call. I gave that bullish signal, yes, and it started doing well. I remembered I gave you guys the analysis for free, and I gave you the signal also. I said, guys, buy US 500 from here, put your stop loss here, and you see market going up. And that's what has happened. And those that did that will have been seeing nothing less than maybe 200 pips in terms of profit from US 500 alone. So what am I expecting next for US 500? Will it continue to go as high as possible or what? Let's check it together, okay? Let's check US 500 together and see what's happening. So, what I was expecting is a correction to the upside there of wave 4. And that correction, we know minimum is going to be ABC. So the first A will be 5 waves. So let's see if that 5 wave has happened or has completed. So I think all of these is my wave 1, this is my wave 2, and this is my wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. Or then the whole of this might be the first leg of correction, which is wave A. I mean the whole of this from this low to this high might be the wave A. Wave A. And this correction might be the wave B. And then we have seen the beginning of wave C, that's wave 1 of C, wave 2 of C. There will be wave 3 of C, wave 4 of C, and wave 5 of C. So US oil or US 500 has a high probability to continue to go higher to 3,900 region before we can be thinking about any sell opportunity right now. So I am not selling anything that has to do with US 500 or US oil or Nasdaq right now. So let's quickly check Nasdaq and see. I know some people are interested in Nasdaq also. So likewise, the same thing for Nasdaq. You see, that was my analysis that there's going to be an ABC push up to form wave 4. Right from here, that's what I've done the analysis. Right from here, and market has been obeying. Market has started moving up and pushing higher, higher. And let's see how the correction is going to continue to go. So for those that are not in Nasdaq buy already, is there any opportunity for you to join? That should be the question. Let's check it properly together and see if there's any opportunity for you guys to join Nasdaq buy. But for me, I'm not in there because I have a trade on US 500 already. That's giving me nice profit, and they are a bit correlated. So as you can see, USL is having an increment of 1.23% today. US 500 0.1%. This one 1.2. So I put them together because I knew they used to go to the same direction most of the time. So whenever I have a trade on one, I don't trade the other. I just forget about it. That's how I do most of the time. Yeah. Okay. So let's check if there's an opportunity on Nasdaq. 30-minute time frame. Let me see what's happening. So what is happening here is that it's obvious that we have an impulse move to the upside, correction to the downside. Then we have an impulse to the upside, correction. This is the impulse, correction. Fantastic. Yeah, spot that there. This move will be my wave one. It looks like beginning diagonal, or what do we call leading diagonal? This is wave two. This is wave three. This is wave four. This is wave 5 here. Fine. So this is now the big wave 1. This is the big wave 2. This is big wave 3. This is big wave 4. And then wave 5 is about to start. 1, 2, 3 correction. That's wave 1 of 5. Wave 2 of 5. Wave 3 of 5. Wave 4 of 5. Wave 5 of 5. Guys, if you are in Nasdaq buy, you should be looking at this strong resistance region. There may be a retracement somewhere there, and there may be a breakout, but there is high probability that there's going to be some bits of ranging around here, and it might be a good position for a retracement, because from what I could count here, let me delete all these my red lines so that you can see them properly. So where's my impulse tool? Yep, here it is. So I see all of these is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. But that should be on the micro or sub-micro level. Sub-micro level, then all of this will now be wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5 about to close here. And that will be on the minute level. Yes. So that's what I'm anticipating. Anticipating market to get into that region, and there may be a bit of retracement before market now start pulling to the upside. Nasdaq, that's that for Nasdaq, guys. So any other pair you want us to check out? Okay, let's check out. Okay, I still have like 2 minutes more before 1:30, before I spend like 1 hour 28 minutes right here. Let me check Australian pairs and see what's happening there. Australian, New Zealand, and Australian dollars. You know, I knew that was gonna happen. And that happened. So Australia is just doing perfectly well as anticipated. I have a trade on this already. We picked the sell region from here, and market has been doing good. This was our potential entry zone, and that's what happened. You know, stop loss was here, but I've tried to adjust it to lock my profit already. So let's just keep riding the Australian trend, and I'm going to give you guys updates on the Telegram channel on the perfect position or price to close Australian and New Zealand dollars. So guys, thank you for being a part of today's live session. I'm going to be here again on Monday, 11 o'clock UK time. Thank you so much for listening, and bye for now.